Namaskaram. Welcome to our channel Isha Prashanth. So, in this video, I would like to talk about being free from religious activity. Being free from religion identity. Being free from religion identity and organized activity for beyond survival aspect. And what Isha is already doing, what Sadhguru is already doing through Isha in this respect. On a large scale, this is what he is doing, making people free from religious identity because it is a dangerous thing. Religious identity is a dangerous thing. It leads to wars. It has been leading to wars actually. That is one thing. Uh, Being free from religious identity by embracing all religions, all cultures, all people in the world to make the world a conscious planet. So let's see, I have written about religion, being free of it without identifying with anything but only using it. One more thing, why did I put our channel name as Isha Prashanth? Because I'm basically a Isha Yoga practitioner, and I felt it is better to put it that way. As a company has a name, a political party has a name, as we have names, each person has a name for calling, for recognizing, for calling, for addressing. In the same way, our channel also requires a name, and the spiritual offering also requires a name and also an organization for practical purposes uh, to provide it to large number of people. So that is the purpose of the name. Similarly, we have to see the names of castes and religions also in that sense only, not making uh, comparisons, not making lower and higher kind of thing. Then it will be better. And one more thing, society to work as a whole. Society to work as a whole means like we have organized activity for survival aspects and basic comforts and facilities aspects such as roads, bridges, facilities, uh, airports, railway stations for traveling purposes, for imports and exports through sea routes. We have sea routes and all. That is the organized activity in the society, in the country, in the world. That is for convenience and to take care of survival aspects mostly. But what about the organized activity for beyond survival aspect, which is the aspiration of every human being after basic survival is taken care of? Really organized activity is needed for beyond survival aspect, or we can say spiritual aspect, or spiritual aspiration in a human being, which is nothing but beyond body mind. To experience beyond body mind, or that to facilitate that to facilitate that aspect or aspiration in a human being, organized activity is needed. That is why spiritual organizations become important. That is what spiritual organizations are doing throughout the world. Of course, some may be corrupt, some may be genuine, that's a different thing. But that is what a spiritual organization is meant for. And in that different spiritual organizations have their own like different paths, have their own paths. That's why we say path of devotion, path of jnana, karma, kriya yoga, all these things will come. And some will have mix of these things. One may be dominant, but so the best example is again Isha organization, what Sadhguru is doing. In these both aspects, in these both concepts, what we discussed now, one is being free from religious identity, embracing all religions and cultures, and making people free from the religious identity and moving them into conscious way of living. For that, and also that is being done through organized activity by establishing spiritual infrastructure. So basically, it started in Coimbatore, Adiyogi statue and the offering of spiritual offerings. I'll come to again what Sadhguru is doing in respect of environmental activities and social activities also. Uh, so, but basically, the beyond survival aspect, spiritual aspect is taken care of. Started in Coimbatore, and now we have in Bengaluru also. Adiyogi statue is there, and it is like in Coimbatore only. Everything is going on there, and now it's already started in Mumbai, Delhi are planning to start, and in Hyderabad also planning to start. So within 3 4 years, in all these major cities in India, it will come. And no need to say, in 26,000 acres in USA, Yogic City is being built, which is a great feat, has started there. So this is what Sadhguru is doing through Isha Foundation on a large scale in the world. And no need to say about social activities and environmental activities, which include Save Soil Movement, Rally for Rivers, Kaveri Calling, uh, biggest plantation in Tamil Nadu, plantation of trees, in order to save our rivers. Okay, in order to save our rivers, by that we save our environment. By that we enhance our lives. Because spiritual process in order to take care, I mean spiritual process to go on, if societal needs and basic societal needs and comforts for the human beings and also environment, if it is not proper, then there is no meaning, then it won't go long way, because those problems become important, become emergency. So that's why they should also be dealt if, in order for the spiritual process to go on smoothly. Because if you want to sit somewhere and do some pranayama or some meditation or something, there should be purity in the air also. There shouldn't be more pollution. There shouldn't be pollution actually. But in these days, I'm saying there shouldn't be at least not more pollution. Here and there, little bit okay, it is inevitable, especially where we are living in the human societies like cities and all. That also should change, because electric vehicles and environmental friendly vehicles and other things are coming, and we have now solar energy, wind energy, renewable source of energy. So countries are moving towards renewable sources of energy like solar and wind. So those things are uh, taking place. That should happen. So we need pollution free societies, pollution free cities and all. That should happen. That is our aspiration. Governments are also going that way. That should come. That should be made fast. So because I wanted to speak on religious identity mostly, because human being has various identities through that may be ideas, identities in the uh, various types of identities. One type is through ideas or ideologies. One is they'll have people, like we call that attachment. Identification through people is called attachments. And through this God identity or religious identity and some community or caste identity or even national identity also. Local identity, national identity also are there. Among these, religious identity is the dangerous thing, because it is continuously leading to wars, so much of destruction, life, loss of life of people of other species, and loss of what to say, loss of property and loss of government properties and everything. No need to speak about world wars. We know all about the destruction what world wars has caused. So religious identity, not only wars, but within oneself, one is not free. If you are identified with your religion, one is not free. One is strongly identified with one religion and hating another things, or not even hating, or just strongly identified with one thing. That is also a kind of imprisonment within oneself. First of all, within oneself, that is imprisonment. So one should be free of religious identity for oneself, not for the world or the society, or not to cause wars, not for that purpose. For him, for himself or herself to be free within themselves, they should be free from all the identities. In that, religious identity is the most important. Free from being free from religious identity is the most important thing. So that's what spiritual masters usually do, making us free from everything and live freely, consciously, just doing what is needed in the world for all well-being, for everyone's well-being. Make moving people from unconsciousness and compulsiveness to a conscious way of living. So we have many spiritual organizations like that, and I am taking an example of Isha because I am a part of it or a practitioner of Isha yoga, and it is he has Sadhguru is doing it on a large scale in the world, on a very large scale in the world, changing people throughout the world, not just in one country or one place, throughout the world. Especially focusing on leaders also, governments and leaders also, because if they change, uh, they because their impact is more. Their impact is more. So that's what I wanted to say. Being free from religious identity is most important, and organized activity for beyond survival aspiration in human beings is also most important. And these two should happen together, and that is what Guru is doing through Isha. That part I wanted to highlight. This part I wanted to highlight. For that, I made this video. Okay, if there is anything, I'll do another part. So that's it for now. Thank you.